video, how's it going? So been really sick, as you can tell. My skin's absolutely awful. I think I've had flu. I've also had a sickness bug. It got to the point where everything I was eating, I was throwing up. I couldn't eat. I barely ate for like 3 days. I think today's the day which I've ate the most food since last Thursday afternoon. So coming on to a week of that. So I've been really sick, but started to get on the mend and recover a little bit. I'm a little off focus, so this video might be not the most precise or well executed, but I wanted to get this ranking out there because it's of the Mario Bava films that I own. So it's going to be top 13 Mario Bava films I own. I haven't seen them all, everything he's directed in his filmography, and I don't own every film. But I own all his main ones, and I've seen all his main ones, and majority of them I think are great. I don't think I really hate any of his films. There's a couple I'm not very keen on. He's a fantastic director. He's a bit of a maestro. As far as Italian horror directors are concerned, he's definitely up there with like Argento and Lucio Fulci. You know, he also has a son, doesn't he, Lamberto Bava, who did his Demons 1 and 2. He directed there his most like notable films. But yeah, let's crack on with this ranking anyway. I don't want to go on too much about me being sick and stuff. So coming in at 13 is Shock from 1977. It's a bit of a head trip one. You know, about nightmares and hallucinations. This got released by Arrow a couple of years ago. It's a nice addition. This is my least favourite. It's one of his later films as well. He did later in his career. Not quite got the flair of the other films. And it's just a bit, it's not even the fact that it's strange that I didn't like, I just didn't enjoy it. That's Shock anyway at 13. Could warrant a rewatch though. Coming in at 12 is one he co-directed, Kawatiki the Immortal Monster. Basically a strange monster from another planet comes to Earth and and starts wreaking havoc. It's a cool like 50s monster movie. I think it's late 50s it's from. Yeah, 59. Like I said, co-directed by Bava, not a sole Bava film, but this is quite a good little people, you know, for people who like sci-fi and like old school monster movies, I'd say give Kawatiki a go because it is a pretty cool one. I think this one's still available from Arrow. I know most of his Arrow editions on Arrow are out of print now, and I think the Kino Lorber ones are as well. They're quite hard to get hold of. Where are we? That was 12. And then coming in at 11 is one starring good old Kojak, yeah. Telly Savalas is in this one. That's Lisa and the Devil. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It looks good. Like the cinematography and how the film looks and the way it comes across and it's conveyed is very interesting. I just didn't find the story that good. It's another one of these sort of hallucinations and nightmare films where you don't really know what's real and what isn't. But it's definitely not a bad film. It's just not one of my favourites, to be fair. But, you know, worth a look. Lisa and the Devil. There's Telly Savalas. We'll be getting down to the really good ones in a sec. Just working out my numbers here, guys. Coming in at 10 is the new release, Planet of the Vampires. Now, this really got me wanting to do a ranking on Mario Bava because the video I did on the channel did good numbers, and I got a lot of feedback on it as well. People, you know, talking about the release and whether they picked it up or not, or they're going to. I know this one got people very excited because I don't think a lot of people had seen it. You know, it's not had a wide release on physical media, especially in the HD era. And yeah, enjoyable, good like 60s sci-fi movie. I think it's from 65. Got good lighting and everything. You know, what Mario Bava did was quite impressive. As obviously it's done on a set. It's obviously kind of like a closed set, and he's obviously like turned it into this kind of planet and gave it breathed life into it, and really brought it to life. And really, it's almost like it could be like a play on stage, if you will. But he's got these sets and he's really breathed life into them, and it looks really good. That's one thing that is very nice about the film. It's very aesthetically pleasing, and them spacesuits are really cool. I don't care what anyone says. They're very vintage, the black and gold spacesuits, but they look super cool, I think. Anyway, so on to the into the nines now. I hope I've got my numbers right. Anyway, I put them into piles, and I'm just hoping I got the numbers and everything right. Otherwise, I'm going to have to re-record this video. In at number 8 is a classic one, and that's The Whip in the Body. It's got Christopher Lee in it from 1963. This is a really good movie, good Gothic horror. Mario Bava, as well as being known for great giallos, he's known for his Gothic style. You know, a lot of good Gothic style in his movies, and that really comes across in The Whip in the Body. It's probably one of his best, like, Gothic looking films. Yeah, you got Christopher Lee coming back from the dead. Kurt Menlif, that's the character's name. He's the black sheep of the family, banished for his wicked, wicked ways, but now he's home, and he's keen to resume his sadomasochistic affair with his brother's wife, Ivanka. Yeah, basically he's like, has an affair with his brother's wife, and he has control over her, and he keeps showing up, and she keeps seeing him, and she's very scared because he's supposed to be dead. That's A Whip in the Body anyway at number 9. Another great release there as well from 88. Yeah. Coming in at number 8 is Baron Blood. Basically a Gothic slasher. Good film. I like it. About this character, Baron Blood. He was a baron who owned this castle, and these people are renovating it. But people start getting killed, and yeah, he's to blame, and he's showing up, and he's really scary looking. There's a look at him. Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of the ones from the more later halves of his career. I think the 70s. Trying to see if I can get the date, if it has it. No, it doesn't. I reckon it's about 72, this one. I may be off, but it's a 70s one, Baron Blood. Yeah, it's really, Baron Blood, really good. Yeah. Got some cool kill scenes in there. I enjoy Baron Blood. Okay, so on to number... Trying to work it all out. On to number 7, and I've got Kill Baby Kill, which also is heaving with Gothic atmosphere. Black and white ghost story about this child ghost, this girl who's haunting this town, and when people see her, they finish up dead. You know, they see the goat, they see this strange ghost of a young girl looking at them, and they end up dead. And obviously things come to a head, and the characters in the film try and figure out what is going on. Yeah, pathologist Dr. Paul Eswar goes to the remote Carpathian village to perform an autopsy on a woman who died under mysterious circumstances. Yeah, so I'm a bit ropey on this one. My head's like, I had a migraine all day yesterday, so I'm having to read off the backs of them, unfortunately. But yeah, in Kill Baby Kill, basically, this doctor guy's like going around trying to figure out why people are dying. They uncover the mystery of this young girl who had passed away, and there's a ghost, another ghost, basically controlling her, and there's some revelations towards the end of the film. I don't really want to give it away, but really cool Gothic ghost story set in this village. Again, a lot of it looks like it's been filmed on sets, but he does really breathe some life and an atmosphere into this village. It looks really like Gothic, and this little village, and it's really quiet and narrow streets, and looks really eerie set at night. It's a black and white one as well. Really good Kill Baby Kill. Okay, that was number, what were we on there then? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is that right? Okay, so number 6, another black and white Gothic classic from Bava, and that's Black Sunday. Basically tells this tale of this witch who was sentenced to death. I can kind of remember it now. This witch is sentenced to death. She's trying to be resurrected. she's got people doing the bidding for her, and she's going to come back from the grave and, you know, take revenge on those who have wronged her and stuff like that. But it's, yeah, loads of Gothic atmosphere in this one. Really beautiful looking film, Black Sunday. No relation to Black Sabbath, by the way, apart from being directed by Mario Bava. They're not related. I thought they would be when I first picked them up, but no, completely different films and premises. Yeah, so she was burnt at the stake, and now she's trying to get back from the dead. Yeah, I can imagine this being a real, like, groundbreaker when it was out. You know, a real like, game changer, because I think it's from about 1960, but it's really, yeah, quite revolutionary, I would have thought, for the time, because it's, you know, it's very, like, you know, it's quite creepy and stuff. It's not overly gory, but, like, you know, it's ramped up in the creep factor. And yeah, I really like Black Sunday. I didn't really watch it for this ranking, unfortunately. I wish I had have now, but I thought it was heaped in atmosphere. But it's one of his better films, so if you're going to go and start watching Mario Bava stuff, do go for Black Sunday, because it's great. What are we on to now? It's a bit, yeah. So I'm going to speed things up a little bit. These are some of the ones I did rewatch. And this is Proto Slasher, A Bay of Blood, coming in at number 5. So this film is fantastic. It's basically an early slasher before slasher genre was a thing. So way before because Black Christmas is called the ultimate proto slasher. They do say Bob Clark's Black Christmas sort of got the ball rolling with slashers, and then on to like ones like Halloween from 1978, which really got the ball rolling, and then obviously Friday the 13th really influenced a lot of stuff. But A Bay of Blood is a very early one. I'm just trying to make sure I got the date right. They don't seem to like to put the dates on these Mario Bava films. I think it's 1971. I know it's very early, and I know it's a 70s film. But it's fantastic. It's set on this bay. This old woman's basically strung up from her wheelchair at the beginning by a mysterious killer. Relatives of the woman want answers. The people on the bay, basically, it's quite a wealthy area, I think, with these big condos and stuff, but it's very remote as well and a bit run down. Some people want to have agendas for it and want it sold, you know, parts of it sold and stuff, and a lot of the residents don't want that, so people keep being killed in brutal fashion. And yeah, it is a slasher basically, and I think it's the first proper slasher, I'd say. Yeah, it's so gory and it's so gnarly as well, and there's just so many nasty kills, but great. It's got a good story. It's very stylistic. You know, there'll be this sort of like funky music playing or weird music playing whilst victims are being chased and murdered. Yeah, it's not quite gothic. It's not really gothic at all, but it's definitely a very stylish piece for Mario Bava, and I do love A Bay of Blood. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, so on to the final 4 now. Coming in at 4 is the anthology Black Sabbath. Now, this is great, and one of the main reasons it is great is for the first segment with the weird, you know, with the dead woman, if you've seen it. Basically, this nurse who's been looking after her goes to visit her corpse, you know, and declare that she's dead, and steals her ring. And she's coming back from the dead and haunting this woman in her apartment, and it's chilling, and she shows up looking like that at the window, and then she shows up at the end of the segment like moving really weirdly, like a puppet, if you will, like, you know, very, you know, very not human like. And yeah, it's really creepy. And then you got the other segments, of course, the phone segment, which is the weaker of the 3, and then there's that great vampire segment at the end to wrap things up, and that's the longest one. I did talk about this in better detail in a video I previously did, but that's Black Sabbath at number 4. Another one I've spoken about recently as well, coming in at number 3, $5 for an August Moon. Basically a murder mystery sort of giallo set on a remote island. As people keep dying, this group of people, some of the people in the group have agendas, and yeah, they're trying to figure out who's doing the killing. Everybody's a suspect. It's very stylistic again. It's not one of his Gothic films. It's one of his like 70s stuff. What year is it from? I think it's sort of like early 70s. It's got to be. Again, on these Mario Bava films, they don't like putting the dates on the back. This is where I should make notes. I'm doing this video very spontaneously. I should have made notes. I think it's about 72, 73, this one. But yeah, it's so like, it's stylistic. It's got cool, funky music. And yeah, everybody's a suspect in $5 for an August Moon. So on to the top 2 anyway. One that I also need to rewatch, but I didn't for this video, but I watched it a couple of years ago, is this, and it's a fantastic release from 88 Films, and that's Hatchet for the Honeymoon. It's about this killer. Basically, he's a weirdo, and he's collecting women, basically. Yeah, he's a serial killer, and he's got a very wealthy wife as well, and he's very wealthy, and he keeps his serial killing secrets to himself, obviously, and yeah, there's a lot of murdering going on, and that's about it, really. Don't want to give too much away, but Hatchet for the Honeymoon is fantastic. It's really like, you know, it's got a good look to it. It's very stylized, as most of Mario Bava's films are. Yeah, I mean, on the back here it says undoubtedly an influence on later movies like Maniac. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, so basically his MO is I haven't seen the film for a while, so you know, cut me a bit of slack. I've not watched it for about 3 years, and it says on the back, and I can remember now, his MO is he kills brides. So women who are would-be brides who are about to be engaged, he has a thing for, and he murders them. And then he does something like collects the bodies or something weird like that. Not watched it for a while, but I know I loved it. It was really, really good. And then number 1, quite easily, Blood and Black Lace. It's got the same kind of vibe as Hatchet for the Honeymoon. You know, it's one of these like stylized giallos, but great killer with the white face cover. These models at a modelling agency keep getting picked off. Everybody's trying to uncover who the killer is, you know, and you find out at the end, and yeah, they have their motives, but it's pretty damn good. Love the whole like look of the film. You know, the colours are there, which Bava always has. Very stylized, great music, looks awesome in 4K. You know, really shined in 4K. But yeah, this is a go-to giallo. Like, definitely one of the best giallos out there. Blood and Black Lace. That's my ranking anyway. I did get through it. Sorry about the brain fog. I'm actually like getting tired from doing this video right now, but I'll get back on form a bit more. I need to make notes a little bit more as well, and talk about them. So the things I need to talk about. I'm really off, but there's my Mario Bava ranking anyway. All 13 of the ones that I've seen and own. So anyway, what's your favourite Mario Bava film? Do you have one? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Anyway, I'm going to go and recover some more. So thanks for watching. Bye.